hear what you have to share.
Okay, my name is Lori, and I am a regression therapist.
Oh, all right.
And
is that fun for you?
It is so much fun.
Oh,
I just
thank you.
love it. And
Thank
so
you.
this is so relevant for me.
Yes.
When I'm working with people and I want to help them help themselves now based on things that or in the past life, which obviously are in the parallel life,
Yes.
and the future life, I want to know really how to bring more peace to themselves. I mean, it's not just, it's the personal, and it's what's happening in 2013 with war and judgment and hatred. And
Yes.
how do we get
Well, you can begin many ways. First of all, of course, the very concept itself, if absorbed by the person, that all these lives are simultaneously coexistent, can automatically, if you truly understand that, if a person truly understands that structure, that relationship of everything being here and now, existing simultaneously, that immediately negates the idea that there can actually be a cause coming from the past. Do you understand? Yeah. All the things you call causes coming from the past, karma, whatever you want to call it, is completely self-imposed and completely created from the present. The idea is you make cross connections, energetic connections and links to other simultaneously existing parallel incarnations, as was explained by Willa on her pin charts. You remember?
Yeah.
And thus, by making those cross connections from the present, you are connecting to other life experiences that you have deemed, based on the theme you wish to explore, to be necessary connections to allow you to explore the energy, the downloads, the experiences that they have to give you. It's just that you interpret from your space-time perspective, you interpret those cross connections to parallel realities that you call the past, you interpret them as memories. But that's created from the present. The present, and here's another principle that if people can wrap their minds around, will completely shatter your understanding of space-time reality. The present creates the past, not the other way around.
Then does the future create the present?
No.
See, I am confused.
Thank you. The future creates the present when the future becomes your present. But while this present is your present, it's also creating what you call the future. Because you're looking at it as downline in the past, upline in the future, from the present. But when you arrive in the future, isn't it always now?
Yes.
So it's just that you are allowing what you now call the future to finally simply become your present. To accept it, that it does exist as a present reality, and to actually experience it as a present reality. So what you're actually doing in that sense is you're still creating that future from the present, but the way you do it is by turning the future into your present. Did that make sense? But the idea, let us finish, the idea is that you can actually do the same thing with the past. Since you're creating the past from the present, you can actually use the present to alter the past. Because if you truly understand that you are shifting through parallel realities, billions of parallel realities every second, then what that also tells you is that billions of times per second, you are actually expressing your consciousness through the eyes of literally a different version of you, which is literally a different person, isn't it?
Yes.
So if it's literally a different person, then that person doesn't have the same history. Doesn't have to have the same history. You can make that present person seem to have a similar history or not, but that's actually up to you. Whatever you define yourself to be now is what determines the person you are now and determines what so-called experience of future and past that person has. So this is why we have talked before about this concept called the 13th step, taking a cue off of what you call your 12-step programs. This usually on your planet applies to all forms of what you call addiction, and how to allow yourself to let go, so to speak, of that addictive behavior. Now, we are in no way, shape, or form saying that people have to stop doing those 12-step programs if that's the permission slip that works for them. All we are saying is you can also, at some point, when you're truly ready to understand this, add a 13th step. And the 13th step is actually this, that when you truly, truly know, not believe, not think, when you truly know you are a different person, and truly thus then know that as a different person, there is a different history, that doesn't mean that you have let go of the addiction. It means you never had it. And that's why there's no urge in the person that you are now, not because you've transformed it and are dealing with it. It's because the person you are now knows they simply never had it. It's simply not a consideration. It simply doesn't exist in their mindset and never has. Make sense?
100%. That
Does
part.
this help you?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good day, Bashar.
And a you good day.
My name is Leano. I had a couple quick questions for you.
All right.
First, I would like to ask, what would you say to people who look to the stars with the energy of "come and get me, come and take me away"?
We say, what's wrong with your planet? You chose to be there. We're not going to take you away from the path you chose. Now, certainly there will come a day when such interactions will occur, but they must occur by you meeting us halfway. We can't take you away. You have to come halfway, in a sense, energetically, in your belief systems, in your understandings, in your behavior. But the idea really, again, is that any such encounters on many different levels have already been arranged. These appointments have already been made. The only way to miss those appointments is to spend time worrying that you will miss those appointments. But if you simply live your life and trust the path you chose and trust that it will contain whatever is representative of your highest excitement, then you will simply keep those appointments. And if you have decided that such an encounter is relevant to the theme you chose to explore, then there will be absolutely nothing that will prevent such an encounter from happening. Except, as I said, wondering and spending time and worrying if such an encounter will ever happen. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
That is what we would say. Oh, we did say it.
You said it. All right, my next question is, Bashar is a consciousness, right? Is
I
it?
am,
Okay.
just as you
Bashar
are.
Is, okay.
I do
So-
have a type of physicality.
Okay. Oh, that's another question. I'll ask that later.
I am what you would represent as a physical extraterrestrial hybrid being. Now, in our evolutionary progress, as you say, we are coming closer and closer and closer to being non-physical, which is one of the reasons why we are at a point where we can do what we do, such as channeling through one of my past incarnations, the channel sitting before you. In that sense, you could say I am the channel's future self, colloquially speaking. And since we are now at a point where we can behave very malleably, very flexibly in space and time, and since I know that all things coexist simultaneously, then for me there is no separation between myself in the present and my so-called past self, which is just another present version of me. So the idea is that we do still have a physicality. You would perceive us as about 5 feet tall, relatively slender, whitish gray skin coloration. There are males, there are females. The males usually have no hair. The females do. It tends to be white, though there are exceptions to that. Our eyes are slightly larger than yours. Our noses, our mouths, our ears are a little bit smaller. Our heads are a little bit larger than yours. But you would perceive us as physical. Does that answer your question?
Kinda. I'll jump into one of the other
All right.
questions. In relation to the physical existence that you have on your planet, what are
Yes.
a couple examples of your highest joy?
I'm doing it right now. I also explore the idea of other worlds. I'm a first contact specialist. I make contact for the first time with other civilizations. These are my joys. There are other joys. But right now, this is my highest joy because this is what I'm doing. If it wasn't my highest joy, I wouldn't be doing it. That's your first clue.
What's your perspective on ascended masters and archangels in relation to our?
My perspective on them is something like this.
Touche.
And sometimes like this. And sometimes like this. Sometimes like this. Sometimes like that. Basically,
Thank you.
the idea of what you typically on your planet refer to as an angelic energy. We can euphemistically say, now of course this is in a sense a symbol, but we can euphemistically say that they are the next step down from all that is. The first split off from all that is are what you call angelic consciousnesses. Does that make sense, first of all?
Not yet.
All right. You understand the concept of all that is?
Yes.
What you typically call God?
Yes.
Well, you understand that everything is made of God, yes?
Yes.
Therefore, everything in a sense is like a step down, taking the frequency and differentiating it and splitting it up into smaller and smaller and smaller pieces? Yes?
Yes.
All right. Well, the angelic realm is the first step down from God. The first reflection of all that is into many reflections. That's what you call the angelic level. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Ascended masters are simply beings who allow themselves to incorporate within their expression of being in any given reality more or most of the totality of the collective consciousness of that reality, and the vibration raises up, and they can sometimes remain in that reality, dispensing information, sharing information, or they can ascend to the point where they completely leave that reality, maybe even leave physical reality altogether. Ascension is just a matter of degree of frequency, in the same way that you could say that steam is the ascended master of ice. Make sense?
Perfect. Thank you. Yes.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Well, thank you.
Next question is.
Last question.
Last question is. I was trying to push it. Christ consciousness.
That's the collective energy of your entire world. Just as Buddha nature is, just as Krishna spirit is, doesn't matter what you call it. It's the collective expression of your world through a single individual. Make sense?
Exact. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure.
And a you good day.
I just want you to know that I've really gained a lot of knowledge, wisdom from all the work that I've seen from you.
Well, thank you for choosing to add that knowledge to yourself.
Well, it has worked for me. I wrote myself a permission slip.
Thank
to,
you.
Have my name pulled out of the hat.
Oh.
It seems to have worked pretty well.
Speak up and be bold so that all may hear what you have to share.
You have said that your ship is, above us,
Yes.
balancing the energy of the vortex.
Yes.
So one would have to assume that we are pretty much out of balance if that's necessary.
All you have to do is kind of look around.
Yeah. Exactly my point. What I'd like to ask is, how is that working out?
Well, we'll put it to you this way. Our ship is acting, in a sense, like a barometer. The closer we come to the surface of your planet indicates more integrity, more wholeness, more cohesiveness, yes? So the idea is that when we began to hold that position, we were approximately 2,500 of your miles up. Now we are 1,936.
All right. Well, there's obviously a lot of whacked out energy on this planet at this time, so you might have to land someday to really clean it up.
Oh, no. In fact, just the opposite. The idea is that we cannot land until you clean it up a bit.
Okay.
Because the idea is that really our respective realities are completely not vibrationally compatible in their natural state, so to speak. I don't mean natural in the sense of what your true nature is. I mean natural in the sense of what you have created it to be. The idea, therefore, is that since you are not in your natural states, and we are, the vibrations are highly incompatible. You have to allow yourself to become a little bit more cohesive in your natural vibration so that when we encounter each other, our vibrational resonance won't burn you out. won't overwhelm you, won't create psychotic shock by forcing things to the surface of your consciousness that you yourselves have suppressed and say you're not ready to face. This is the cause of many of the fears that come up when people talk about encounters with other beings from other dimensions and other realities. It isn't even necessarily that those beings are doing anything to create fear. It's just that their very presence, coming from a higher dimension, a higher frequency of reality, can force things to the surface of your consciousness that you're not willing to face. And in that sense, what you're experiencing is the fear of yourself, the fear of your own power. Make sense?
Yep.
So we take this process slowly, cautiously, dispensing information to all of you to allow you to decide what to absorb, what to leave behind, and we take our cue from you when you are truly ready. Now, we have an overall sense, as we read your energy now, of the probability window in which open contact may begin to occur, and as we read the energy now, it seems likely that it will occur with a high degree of probability sometime between your years of 2025 and 2033, that open contact will begin in some fashion. We do not exactly know what fashion because you have not yet completely crystallized this resonance on your planet. But that seems the most likely window for that to begin to occur.
Okay, one more question.
Yes?
From up there, you must have noticed all the chemtrails being sprayed all over our globe.
From time to time.
My question is, I'd like to know why. I don't know if it's they think they're doing this with good intention or if they're really just trying to kill us all.
They, in some sense, are under the misguided impression that they need to do certain things in a certain way to balance out the climate of your planet. But the idea is that they're actually putting a lot more poisons in the air because they're not necessarily using the substance that would actually work. Gold.
Atomic gold?
Yes.
Um,
If they were to use that, it would actually balance out the climate of your planet with absolutely no ill side effects whatsoever. But because you value the idea of the gold in a completely different way, you hoard it in that sense and don't use it in these kinds of circumstances where it would actually be of benefit to your entire global climate pattern. Now, much of what you're experiencing is, in a sense, a natural cycle, although it has been exacerbated by many of the things that the people on your planet have done technologically. But the idea of warming and cooling cycles on your planet are natural and periodic. The idea, however, is that you can balance them out much more smoothly by approaching them with an appropriate form of technology, which you're not doing. So, in a sense, they sort of think they're trying to balance some of these things out, but like many of the things you think improve your life, they're highly toxic. Yes?
yes.
All right. Now, there are other things connected to this, but we don't go into those. We are staying on the level of the idea of expressing the direct technological connection and effects, and we are not at this point of a mind to deal with any other particular intentions that might be connected to this scenario. All right?
Okay.
Do you wish to remain in the negative world?
No.
Then we will not reinforce that negativity. You see, this is a very interesting paradoxical use of power. The idea is that many people on your planet have a very strong control of information. They have first and foremost used that control of information to make it appear as if they actually control more than they do. So the idea is that when individuals, and again, it doesn't mean that you should not be aware that individuals may have negative intentions, but when many individuals go to the extremes of starting to look into what you call conspiracy theories, and they assign these powers, these abilities to do the things that you're all afraid they can do to these people, you are thus then giving them that ability. So the great, I'll just say it this way, the great joke from those people attempting to give you that impression is that the people that are attempting to be whistleblowers are actually their greatest advertisers. Because they make people believe that they actually have the ability to do more than they do. And that's the joke. So lighten up on yourselves. Don't give them the power, and you will shift your vibration to a parallel reality in which they don't even exist eventually. All right?
That'd be very nice.
That's how you change the world. You don't change the world you're in. You change yourself through your actions, through your knowingness, through your energy, through your behaviors, and you shift yourself to a parallel world that's already more reflective of the world that is representative of the change you've made in yourself. Does that help?
Yes, it does.
Then happy trails to you.
Hi, Bashar.
And good day to you.
I have a two-parter. The first part is
two-parter.
Two-parter.
All right, part one.
And I know that part two is appropriate. I know it. Part one is a dream that I was awakened from this morning with a thunderous bang outside.
Thunderous bang.
Right.
All right.
And in the physical, there was a physical event going on that awoke me from this dream, and the dream was. In the dream, you know, we had the Topanga fires recently in Malibu.
All right, we understand, yes.
I had to load the car with everything that was important to me and wait to see if we had to evacuate.
Yes.
And we didn't, in the sense, so then I unloaded the car and everything's fine. So in the dream, I dreamed that I'm living in a city.
By the way, everything's fine anyway.
Right, right.
Go ahead.
Thank you. In the dream, I'm living in a city, and I look out instead of in the woods where I really live.
Yes.
And I'm looking out the window, and the city is ablaze, and there's a bridge, and I'm seeing, oh my God, it's really time to get out now.
All right.
And there's no time to pack the car with everything I love.
Yes.
And so I'm very calm, and I just go, oh, okay, I'll just pack it with the doggy toys.
Oh, all right.
2 of each.
2 of each.
2 of each, right.
So now you have your own little ark of doggy toys.
I have my own little, and only one dog, but he gets 2 of each of his style of toy.
Yes.
So I think that's
But there are 2 dogs.
Yes, and I thought, where did that dog come from? Because I only have 1 dog.
Yes.
Where did that dog come from, Bashar?
Where did that dog come from?
Where did that dog come from? I don't know. Are you going to tell me?
Are you serious?
Oh no! Of course. People think I'm a dog sometimes because I love them so much. I think like them. I totally get them.
And it's representative of your serious connection.
Of course. Thank you. Oh my goodness. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, and the fire being real comfortable.
Yes.
Okay, so now we'll go to part 2.
Oh, part 2. All right.
Okay, I might get real emotional on this, so just
that's all
be
right.
prepared.
Have you been fake emotional up to now?
No.
Now you're going to get real emotional?
Oh. No, I mean...
Yes, I understand. I'm teasing you.
Volume-wise. Okay. No. Thank you.
Throwing you doggy toys.
Thank you. Okay. Back when the big fire happened.
Yes, the big
from
fire.
Malibu and was rushing towards Topanga.
Yes.
We had to evacuate with all of our animals and be outside of the canyon for 3 days watching TV, not knowing if our house was okay. So we're sitting and we're a nervous wreck. I'm absolutely petrified. My stomach is turned inside out. I've never been so scared in my life.
Oh, all right. How exciting.
It went deep. Yeah.
Yes.
So then all of a sudden we're watching TV and I see the picture on the screen is the view outside my window.
Yes. And you go, oh, look, there's my house.
Yeah. It's a hillside that I meditate on the rocks on that hillside.
Yes.
The blaze was on the hillside exactly next to it, about I was guessing 10 to 15 fire seconds as the fire was moving away.
Yes. And?
Time of moment of reckoning, right?
Yes.
Shock.
Yes.
I hear a voice inside my head say no to the fire. I'm thinking, right?
Yes.
And it's my unseen friends. And I'm going, that's totally stupid. And then the next thing that I thought.
You have stupid unseen friends?
No. It was the thought that I had. It was the thought that
yes,
I thought it was a stupid thought.
Doggy toys, doggy toys.
Thank you. Okay. So then I'm thinking, well, what other choice do I have? You know, we've already gone through 2 seconds with that thought.
Yes.
And so I thought, okay. And so I try to say no, and nothing comes out. There's nothing. My vocal cords won't work.
Oh, all right.
So then I try again, and nothing comes out. And I try again, and there's like this gross little squeak kind of comes out. And I'm trying, and I'm really giving it everything I've got to say no to the fire. And finally, a little no comes out, and then a bigger no comes out, and then, no, you son of a bitch, no. Starts screaming, coming out. The girl next to me is screaming the same thing. She's also a channel. And we're screaming. And all of a sudden, the energy, it was like we were in the middle of a hurricane, and it was blasting. And all of a sudden, everything went totally calm. Yes. And it
the eye of the storm.
Exactly. And that's exactly what we felt.
Yes.
We looked at each other like, what the hell just happened?
What the heaven just happened?
What the heaven just happened. And the picture had changed from the screen, so we couldn't tell in physical reality what happened, right?
Yes.
But we chose to feel that meant everything was okay. And when we got home 3 days later, they had stopped the fire exactly there. Yes. Exactly.
Yes.
So now this has been a really big event in my life.
Yes.
And when I try to share it with people, they get a little overwhelmed.
I see.
But I think this is the right place to talk about this because...
Well, obviously, because you already are.
Right. Right. Because obviously there was some big time synchronicity going on there.
Oh, yes. And it sounds
involved...
like your invisible friends threw you a bone.
Well, it does, doesn't it?
Yes.
And it was a life-changing, reality-shattering...
Life-changing, yes. Which means you are not the same person.
I have never been the same person
in the same reality
then.
At all. So what actually happened?
Okay, now here's what I came up with.
Yes.
And with some help from Tora, came up with, but she didn't give me the whole thing. He didn't give me the whole thing.
Understood.
Okay. Because there's this outside reality occurring.
There is?
Oh, well, I'm not going to be able to get through this without you bumping me, are you? Okay. All right.
Do you want me to relax the leash a little bit?
A tad, yes. Please.
All right. Go ahead, run around. Chase your tail for a while.
Oh, no, I can't believe you're doing this to me. Okay. Where was I? Okay, why?
Fetch.
Why? I've always cared more about dogs than people. I mean, I pull my car over on the side of the street to see the dogs. Yes. What?
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
Yes.
I don't know. There's the big puppy dog eyes. They just get me. They just get me. What's the difference?
All right, we'll go on with your story.
Okay. That's another time. Okay, so I'm when I talked to Tora about it about a week later after the fires, I said, this is what happened. What do you think? He said, well, you didn't stop the fire with your anger, Victoria.
Yes.
You stopped the fire with your love. And I went, yeah, I can see that the love was under the anger. Okay. And then I was thinking later.
Yes.
And I thought, it also felt like there was kind of a divine intervention in some way. Well, that's what I wanted to clarify because I needed that
what
to
happened?
Put there.
Based on what we have talked about the nature of the structure of existence, Do you understand what obviously happened? I already just gave you a clue. You're not the same person, not in the same reality.
I changed that reality because I chose.
No.
What?
You didn't change the reality. You shifted to another one, representative of your preferential state of being. You tunneled through with your energy. That eye of the storm feeling was literally you tunneling through, shifting your frequency from one reality to another that simultaneously coexist. Parallel reality. One reality in which the fire swept through that area, taking everything with it. Another in which the fire stops at that point. You shifted to the reality in which the fire stops.
So I didn't stop it? I just shifted
You can't
realities?
Stop it. It's already existing in every possible configuration that it can.
Oh.
It's not about changing the outer reality, because there isn't one. It's about changing the inner reality and experiencing the result reflected back to you of the new reality you have taken yourself to.
So all that emotion that was going on in me, that was the turmoil and the terrified of the 3 days.
Yes.
And the trying to then access my vocal cords.
Yes.
And having such difficulty doing
Yes.
that was a physical part of shifting that.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Cool.
Yes.
Cool.
Remember, we have talked about the idea that oftentimes shifting from one dimension to another will actually experience a little bit of what you might call temporary paralysis, because you're attempting to still work in one dimension when you're no longer there. So as soon as you hit the eye of the storm, you were free. In that sense, you had made the shift. You were now working in a new dimension, a new parallel reality, where you had finally let go of all the things that belonged in the old reality that no longer work. And then you could speak.
And then the experience of the fires got less each time.
Yes.
Even in the dream. In the dream
Yes.
state, it got less.
Yes.
Even
As
though it
you
was
shift
right
your
outside
realities
the window.
in that direction, that can be one result. Yes.
But then it has more to it than that, because
Well, of
it's
course.
not just fires. It's
No. It's everything.
It's
But
everything.
that's your focus. That's what you're using as your transformational crucible symbol.
which is what fire is.
Yes.
Right.
Does this help?
Yeah.
Are you proud that you have arrived at this realization?
Proud? Oh, that's an interesting word.
Yes. It's all right. I'm not going to put a negative spin on it.
Okay. Am I proud?
Do you feel good and appropriate that you have arrived
Oh,
at
I
this
feel
realization?
ecstatic.
Thank you.
But proud threw me a little bit.
All right. Why?
Why?
Yes.
Because I'm kind of been taught that proud is not really a good emotion to have.
I see. You think it comes with arrogance and negative ego.
Yeah.
It can.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to.
Right. Oh.
Pride in the positive sense can also simply be the recognition of your own beauty. You understand? The recognition of your belonging to all that is.
Oh, thank you.
That you
because-
acknowledge and accept and own yourself completely. It can be that too.
Without that negative tinge
Without
to
the
it.
negative idea.
Yeah. Thank you, because I haven't been willing to let myself do that
Well,
because
all right.
of that
Are
definition.
you willing to now?
Oh, yeah.
Then.
Oh, yeah. I'll work on
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
Then, has this helped?
Yes. So much. Thank you.
Then you may please take a bow wow. Well, you can say it however you wish. Bow, wow. What is your present time frame?
12 o'clock.
We have whatever time we say we have.
Oh, yes.
You may continue briefly.
Thank you, Bashar. Thank you for the motion with the dot.
Yes.
and the meditation this morning. It really shifted me, or allowed me to shift.
Thank you.
Rather dramatically from where I've been stuck for the last few years,
All
or allowed myself to be.
Thank you.
And really remember where I was and how I could move forward.
All right.
And I have a question.
Yes.
I hope that you can give me some insight as to the numbers. Last night, during the lottery, I was drawn number 3 of 10.
Yes.
And my parking ticket, the numerical value on the number on the ticket was 201020.
All right.
And so there's 2 20s that keep representing themselves, and I have these numbers represented all the time.
Synchronistically.
Synchronistically. Is this a positive synchronicity?
Do you want it to be?
I do.
Well, then it is.
Okay. My question is, this session has really helped me to shift. Do you feel that it could be a copy of it could be received positively by the individual known to you as Dawn?
A copy of it could be received positively?
Yeah.
There
That
is
it could
always
have-
a positive way to do anything.
Okay.
The individuals must simply assess for themselves what methodology represents the idea of the expression of positive reality for them.
Right, but I would be sending it unconditionally, but do you perceive that it would be received
We cannot make that determination. It
by
is
the
up to Dawn.
individual? Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I really just, I mean, it's been absolutely amazing this morning. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Are you still exploring democracy?
Absolutely.
Did you find the
Absolutely.
difference between democracy and republic?
No, not as of yet.
Shall I help?
Please.
A democracy is that which allows for an unlimited majority to rule, but absolutely provides no basis for the protection of individual or minority rights. A republic allows there to be a democratic process of voting, but through a constitution imposes controls on the majority to allow for individual and minority rights. Now, which do you prefer?
Honestly, I think I prefer true democracy.
I have just told you the difference.
Right.
So you are saying that you are in favor of an unlimited majority with absolutely no regard for individual or minority rights.
Yes.
Why?
Because the will of the people should be the will of the planet.
But you see, the idea is the will of the people are expressed in a constitution, not in a majority system.
Well, if the Constitution were upheld, then that might make sense.
That's
but
the key.
Since the Constitution
That's
isn't upheld
the
under the
key.
Republic, then the Republic
No.
isn't working.
The republic doesn't work when it is replaced by a pure majority democracy. And that's what has happened.
No, because if our system were working as a democracy, the situations that we're in right now, we wouldn't be in because it's not the will of the majority.
The situation, however, that you are missing is that the structure, the form of government called a democracy, is what allows for the continuation of what you don't want. The form of government called the republic is the only way to bring to light how the republic has been misrepresented.
Okay.
You cannot, as your Einstein said, solve a problem from the same level in which the problem was created.
That makes a lot of sense on a lot of levels to me right now. It
All
really
right.
does. It's really
Do a
becoming
little bit
clear.
more of your own research, and you will see that just because there may be corruption in a republic that allows there to be a misrepresentation doesn't mean that you abandon the idea itself. It simply means that you need to educate people to go back to it, which a democracy will not allow you to do. So do some more research. You will see.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello and good day, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Thank you. I just want to tell my experience and see what you...
Speak up and be bold so that all may hear what you have to share.
In 2004,
Yes.
I think I was in Baton Rouge, Louisiana around then.
You think?
No, I was.
All right. You are en route to?
No, I wasn't en route. I was at work, actually.
You were at work?
Yeah.
All right.
And I had an experience where out of the nothingness, this pure intelligence came out.
Yes.
I can't describe it.
Yes.
All I can say was pure absolute consciousness.
And what was the effect of this experience?
Well, I noticed that myself inside of it, my I am presence, it was like me looking back at myself.
Yes.
But it was much greater than me.
Yes.
And
Because you were in touch with more of the all that is.
And I just want to, was there a reason why I experienced that, or
No,
was that
none
actually
whatsoever. Are you exploring the idea of the expansion of consciousness?
Yes, I am.
Well, wouldn't that be reason enough to have that kind of an experience as part of that exploration?
Yes, it would. Yeah.
Well, does it have to be more complicated than that?
No.
Is that sufficient?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. Does it feel good?
It feels really good, yeah.
All right. Do you want to expand some more?
Yes, I would.
Well, then you can expect to have more experiences, can't you?
Yes, of
All
course.
right. Does that feel good too?
Yes, it does.
All right. Does this help?
Yes, it does a lot.
Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Yes, one more thing about the photon belt.
Yes.
Do you know when exactly our solar system is gonna go into?
It's not really the kind of phenomenon that many of your people think it is. It's simply the leading edge of the collective consciousness wave that represents the crossing of a threshold expressed in electromagnetic terms in your physical reality. Do you understand? You're crossing through it now. 2012 represents the threshold point of critical mass.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Does that help?
Yes. So where are you? Just that. Okay. I understand.
It's the leading edge of the collective consciousness that desires a shift. And thus then critical mass will be crossed in 2012, where the electromagnetic energy will express itself in a more accelerated way on your planet in a variety of phenomenologies, some of which can be the idea of more positive accelerated ideas being able to come to the forefront of manifestation if there is harmonious behavior behind them. Does that help?
Yes, it does.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
We will now, at this time, suggest that you take your refreshment break. At the same time, you will also be playing a little game. So while you take your refreshment break, write down at least 5 things you absolutely know for a fact, without question. Absolutely without question. 5 things you know for a fact. You can start with I am. I'll let you cheat a little bit. But at least 5 things. 10 if you wish. But 5 things you absolutely don't question that you know. That come from a state of knowingness. And it can be anything. It can be, I absolutely know my dog loves me. As long as it's something you absolutely know without question. At least 5. That is your assignment during your refreshment break. We will discuss some of those when we resume contact. Enjoy. We will resume contact in 1.5 of your hours. Good day. How's it going?
Good day, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I would like to start with mathematics.
Mathematics.
I'm very interested in if mathematics is basic to reality.
It depends.
And
there are some constants, but not everywhere. And of course it can be expressed differently by different civilizations and cultures.
The same mathematics can be expressed differently.
Of course. For example, what you call in your quantum physics formulas or equations using mathematical symbols that express the idea known as the uncertainty principle, or such similar concepts, might be expressed in our civilization simply by a geometric form, rather than an equation of symbols.
But
you follow me?
I follow, but that means that there is a mathematical structure, more
Yes.
basic, of which these two are models.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And also, some New Age literature
Yes.
speaks about there being 7 levels or 12 dimensions. But the number 7 seems particularly significant,
Yes.
as there being soul groups being multiples of 7.
Well, yes, but remember that while accurate from their perception, some of those hierarchical distinctions, while to some degree representative of different frequency levels, are also distinctly germane to the level that is perceiving them. Other realities might perceive the same concept in a number of different ways.
Okay, because I thought that if there are 7 levels and
Yes.
not 8 or 9 or whatever, that seems to contradict the idea that all that is really all that is.
Again, the idea of 7 levels, as I said, is an arbitrary distinction being made from your reality. It's the way your reality needs to interpret the concept of infinity for itself in a certain way. From the level of all that is, it doesn't necessarily see itself as being separated into 7 levels. But it understands that from the Earth perspective, 7 levels makes the most sense based on the frequencies and the juxtaposition of geometries and mathematics of energy as you need to express the concept of shifting frequencies.
Okay, but it also seems that there is a basic physics to reality, to energy, to consciousness, and that seems to imply that because of the nature of energy, some things are possible and some things are not possible.
Some things are possible or not possible within any localized reality. But anything you can imagine exists somewhere within infinity, or you could not imagine it.
Okay, but it means that if I can imagine it, then it exists.
It exists somewhere. It may not be pertinent to your local reality.
I understand, but my imagination can be limited because
yes,
I
your
am
imagination may be limited, but anything you are capable of imagining exists. I'm not saying you can imagine everything that is, but I'm saying everything you do imagine does exist somewhere.
Okay, but I can imagine that all that is all that it can be,
Yes.
but not all that. All that it can be seems to be, well, maybe it cannot be everything. So maybe it's limited because it's nature.
All right, but what you have simply now done is imagined a limited all that is within an infinite one. You see, you have created a localized representation within an infinite one.
Okay.
That's what you've done with your imagination. Yes, of course, you can imagine a limited all that is. And that exists within the infinite one.
Okay. Does it also mean that there's no limit to how good you can feel?
Well, that is a relatively subjective thing. You could say that there might be various ways in which people interpret the concept of feeling good.
That's right, yeah.
So it would depend on a case-by-case basis as to what that individual might mean by, I feel good. In a sense, there is no limit, pragmatically, to how good you can feel. But there might be certain states of being that you might imagine would be ecstatic states that may not actually be capable of being experienced by your neurological system.
Okay, that keys into the next question is that I understand everything is equally valuable.
Yes.
So the ant is equally valuable as all that is.
Yes.
But the localized consciousness is limited. So it cannot, for instance, choose to experience ecstasy or something like that.
Yes, it can.
Okay.
Within its own framework, to whatever degree it is capable of experiencing something, it is free to choose to experience that thing.
I understand, but with the concept of the oversoul,
yes,
it seems as if that's the way, that's the life you want. The oversoul experiences everything, and the
now you are making a value judgment. When you say it seems that that's the life you want, you are devaluing the fact that you chose to have this life.
Well, not in an absolute value sense as that it has value, but in a sense that it is preferable.
What I am saying is, the reason you chose the life you're living is because at the time you made that choice, this was preferable too. You just don't remember. It's equal in preference to the oversoul's existence. And from that level you knew that. Right now you don't know that.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. Is there anyone who would like to share more of what they know?
Hi, Bashar.
And to you, good day. What do you know for sure?
What do I know through your teachings? And so I thank you.
What do you know?
Okay.
Doesn't matter how you know it. Through me, through anything. What do you know?
I know that I'm multidimensional.
All right.
I know.
How do you know that?
I just know.
All right. There's no doubt, there's no question
There's
for
no
you
doubt.
at this point in your life.
Right.
It is an absolute certainty for you.
Yes.
Thank you. What else do you know?
Reality is an illusion.
Yet the experience of it is real. All right. What else do you know?
I know that I'm consciousness in the form, this human form, and with this particular personality.
Yes.
And that my reality is shaped by my beliefs.
All right.
And I'm working hard to change this. And
you know you're what? You know you're working hard?
Well, right, I know that.
All right.
With a lot of certainty.
All right.
And finally, recently, I know I'm loved unconditionally by all that is.
Thank you. Is this state of knowing capable thus then of being applied to other areas of your life where you feel more uncertain?
Yes.
All right. You know that too then?
Yes.
All right. Anything else you want to squeak in there that you know for sure?
Not that I can think of right now.
All right. So at this moment you know that you don't know anything else. For sure. Correct?
That's correct.
So that's something else you know.
Yes.
Thank you. Let's be thorough after all.
Okay.
Is there something you wish to share?
In terms of questions?
If you wish.
Oh, okay. Yes, first of all, I did also want to thank you, of course, for the interaction, send you infinite love, and that every moment spent with you, each and every moment is a pleasure.
With you all as well.
Yes.
Or we wouldn't do it.
Thank you. I also wanted to first share that the impact of what you presented earlier in terms of the I am message.
Yes.
Because not only did it help with the knowingness, but it helped me to realize the importance of the energy behind words and phrases and symbols and sound and whatnot.
All right.
It really...
Thank you. All of you together, I am.
I am.
Just a reminder of how simple it is to be in a knowing state.
And it's interesting because there was a time when I couldn't say those words. I was a little hesitant and maybe even a little fearful, like as if I didn't want to reach that point. So, okay. I think these are two quick questions. Going back to the analogy that you used about the matrix of now moments.
Yes.
I really love that analogy because I tend to think of it in that way.
Oh, all right.
So I kind of envision that there's this matrix and, you know, there's all the possibilities.
Yes.
And just as an example, I'm preparing for an interview for a job.
Yes.
And say that in that matrix, there's a particular path, that I've been moving along. And there's going to be one of those moments that's the interview.
Yes.
And whatever energy I bring into that particular moment,
yes.
My question is, since I'm interacting with another consciousness,
so to speak.
Okay. Well, that's part of it too, because if we're all one, I'm trying to figure this out.
Remember, it's this and that, not this or that. You are interacting with another consciousness, and you're also interacting with your own only.
Okay.
Because any other consciousness you interact with, you still have to create your version of in your reality in order to perceive it.
Right. So in other words, is it saying that we can kind of pick and choose literally the reality that we want to have, so I can pick that now moment that I want to have in the time of the interview?
Gosh, I guess so. I guess that's what we've been saying for, 24 of your years.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Choose. Yes.
Choose.
Without expectation.
But now, why do you say that?
Because we understand that the mechanisms of your personality will often think, I can choose for this to come out exactly this way with this outcome, this consequence, this result. Mm-hmm. Not understanding that the moment you do that, often what you're doing is actually limiting yourself, judging yourself, shutting the doors to the way in which the manifestation could actually occur in a greater form than you ever imagined.
Okay.
So go into the moment, being the moment, because that's the moment you want to be, not because of what you think that moment will get you.
Okay.
Because when you do that, you are doing what? You are conditionalizing infinity. You are putting conditions on infinity. Saying, I only want it to come out this way. If it doesn't come out this way, my life's not working.
Okay.
And then you take yourself out of the state. The only purpose for being in the state you prefer to be in is to be in the state you prefer to be in.
Okay.
Circumstances don't matter. Only your state of being matters.
Very good.
Does that help?
It certainly does.
Thank you.
Thank you. And one last question.
Yes.
This refers to what I'm going to call for the moment the back end part of the mechanism for physical healing.
The back end part of the mechanism.
The front end is, recently you described permission slips, and so I understand what you were saying there, and say that a person wants to do some physical healing, and they could either choose perhaps an allopathic form or a holistic form, say detoxification, or even energy healing, and this is the reason why I lead to this question. So the person's frequency, their belief system, will determine which option they choose. And then you were also describing that it's really, all those methods are valid, but it's the power that we put behind, our belief and the method that we choose that actually generates the healing. Did I understand that correctly?
The idea is that you give off a frequency. Others that are attracted to you pick up on that frequency. Mm-hmm. They can then decide that if that frequency matches the idea of their perfect ideal state of health, if they then choose to match that frequency, that's what they will experience.
Okay.
But you are putting out a frequency to allow them to use it however they wish. Mm-hmm. If for some reason it serves everyone that you would attract a person who adamantly believes they cannot be healed by anyone, and they expose themselves to your frequency and are not healed, they do not heal themselves, then they get to say, see, I proved it. My belief stands. And you have helped them reinforce a belief that they have chosen to hold on to by them not allowing themselves to be healed. So you have still served them. Does that make sense?
Yes, I do understand that.
That's also why you don't need to have expectation. Because you don't necessarily need to know what anyone else's agenda is in coming to you. They may come to you to reinforce a belief they simply don't want to give up. But you've still helped them by helping them do what they want to do. Now, that may not happen in the majority of cases, but you have to allow for it because that's valid for them. Make sense?
Yes. Now, what I was referring to is like, kind of like the back end of the mechanism.
Yes.
Like with energy healing, if a person believes that will heal them,
yes,
and it truly does. What my question is, from that belief
yes,
to our physical body, which has its own consciousness,
yes,
I was wondering what that mechanism is. In other words, is it that the power of the belief and the intention actually, more or less, I'm using these words loosely, sends instructions to the consciousness of the physical body that, you know,
it is a form of communication, yes.
Okay.
It's a pattern of energy that then, if harmonized with, will create certain results, yes.
And since the physical body, or as the way we understand it, breaks down to, I'll just say, subatomic particles and whatnot. So each one has its own consciousness and intelligence.
Absolutely.
And because the physical body is integrated, then it all heals together.
It works together.
Yeah, okay.
Or not,
Okay.
if that serves a purpose.
Okay.
Now, with regard to, again, the belief system in healing, do you understand that even in what you call your allopathic medicinal methodologies, the most powerful form of healing known is the placebo?
Yes, 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 yes.
In fact, actual drug tests are always measured against the placebo, because if the drug is even 5% more effective than the placebo, it's considered extremely effective because the placebo is so effective.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Yes, yes.
The belief system of the person is the most effective thing, and your medical doctors know that. And that's why in doing their drug testing, because the placebo effect is actually responsible for such a high percentage of healing, even if the drug is a little bit better, that's the only criteria they need to say the drug is effective, because if it's no better than the placebo, it's not effective.
Right.
Because the placebo is so effective. The belief system is so much more effective. Make sense?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Much love to you.
And you as well. All of you take a deep breath. Relax, relax. Take another deep breath. Relax, relax. And one more time. Deep breath in. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Don't let it out. Hold it until you know that if you don't let it out, you're going to pass out. Hold it. Hold it. Oh, all right, let it out. Doesn't that feel good? Why does that feel so good? Not just the oxygen. You're centering yourselves, but also you're letting go. Letting go of a state you know will not serve you. So the idea of entering the state of knowingness will feel like a great sigh of release, because you know that any other state other than that is not the ideal state that serves you. It is not your natural state. It is not the state of your true self. It has been said in your literature, know thyself. This is why. What it simply means is take yourself to a place of knowingness. For in that state, not only will you know yourself, not only will you see more clearly all the things, not only will you discern more clearly all the things that are you, but more clearly all the things that are not you. You will know what you are, you will know what you're not, and when you know what you are, you will see, feel, experience more of the connection with the knowing of all that is, that knows you are expressions of the infinite, that knows you are unconditionally loved, that knows your true nature. You know it too. Don't deny it to yourself. You deserve it. Don't deny it to yourself. It is your true essential nature to be in a knowing state. Relax. 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 All the things that are not of the knowing state. On a day-to-day, moment-to-moment basis. Relax. Do it. Do it.